I'm Martha Theus. Welcome to another episode of Vegging Out with Martha. Today I'm going to answer the top 5 questions my family and I are asked about being a vegetarian. Question number 1, how long have you been a vegetarian? I get this question all the time. I remember the exact day. It was April 9th, 1985. So that would make it about 25 years ago now. I'll tell you a short story about how it happened. Basically, I was dating my husband, my now husband Londo, for about 2 months. He was already a vegetarian. He had been a vegetarian for over 2 years. He explained his philosophy about why he was vegetarian, and for some reason on that day, on April 9th, I totally got it. I converted in one day and have not looked back since. In fact, that morning, I had a pork chop sandwich for breakfast. So I did not make the transition for health reasons. It was more of a spiritual and moral commitment as I became more aware of the consciousness of animals and how we can live and we can be healthy and not eat animals. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks on April 9th, 1985. Since then, I've gotten married, I've had 2 kids, and we've raised them completely vegetarian. I went through 2 back-to-back pregnancies. My son Londell is now 22. He's 6'6", 200 pounds, has no issues with not eating meat. My daughter's 23. Very healthy, and they've been vegetarian since birth. So we've been really, really happy with our decision, and it's really been a blessing to our life. Question number 2, why are you a vegetarian? My family and I are vegetarians primarily for moral, ethical, and spiritual reasons. Secondarily, for the great health that we enjoy by living a vegetarian lifestyle. A lot of you know that I have a cookbook out. In fact, I'll show it real quick. You can find it on my website, Throwing Down Vegetarian Style. If you look at some of the recipes in the cookbook, I use a lot of traditional southern foods that I grew up on, but there's no meat in them at all, no chicken, no fish, no poultry, no eggs. We believe a philosophy that all creatures have consciousness. For example, back when Vick got in trouble for dog fighting, I totally understand that. It was horrible, but to me it was kind of strange. It's like, well, why are dogs any better than chickens or pigs or cows? In fact, there's been a significant amount of studies to show that chickens, pigs, and cows have intelligence, they feel pain, they can develop attachments just like dogs can. So our philosophy is, let's eat as low on the food chain as humanly possible to cause less suffering overall to God's creation. And as a result, we enjoy amazing health. When you think of most of the animals that are eaten, they're vegetarians. So basically, by being vegetarians ourselves, we go directly to the source as opposed to getting recycled vegetables through our meat. There's a couple books I want to show you guys. You can go on my website and get links to these as well. But this is a new book that just came out, and it's called Why We Love Dogs, Eat Pigs, and Wear Cows. And I haven't even read it yet, so on a future video I'm going to go ahead and give a review, my opinion of the book. But I just couldn't pass it up because, think about it, we love dogs, eat pigs, and wear cows. I mean, really, that's kind of a very bizarre thing to me, that we would classify one animal as better than another animal. Just as recent as 200 years ago, African Americans were considered slaves and not fully human because of a system of racism that classified us as less than human. And we didn't have the same rights and we were treated like livestock. Well, this woman is talking about carnism. It's not racism, but it's how we categorize certain animals, why some should be eaten and why others should not. So our family's philosophy is, let's not eat any of them. We don't eat animals at all. And we definitely have a lot of good options to eat. We enjoy good health. We don't have any of the ailments that most people our age have. So it's been a really, really good choice for us. And again, a blessing to our family. Question number 3. What do you eat? I get this question all the time. It's easier for me to explain what we don't eat. We do not eat any meat. We don't eat any poultry. We eat no fish at all, and we don't eat eggs. We're considered lacto-vegetarians, which means we only eat certain dairy products. No cheese with rennet in it, just certain milk products and yogurt and things like that. To be honest though, 95% of the time we're completely vegan. We eat nothing with any animal products in it at all, just because we feel better by not having dairy or too much dairy in our diet. So when you think about it, I just mentioned 5 things that we don't eat. Think about the thousands of other things there are to eat on this planet. A lot of our foods are exactly the same foods that you eat. I prepare them exactly the same way. Instead of the meat, chicken, fish, and eggs, There are literally dozens of alternatives on the market that you can just do substitutions for. Some of my favorites are listed on my website. You can get a link to the website, and the link is at the bottom of the screen, and go ahead and check out some of the things that I like to cook. There's some free recipes on my website, but I would encourage each and every one of you to go to your local grocery store or health food store and just ask the manager where the vegetarian options are, like the vegetarian meat alternatives. It's going to blow your mind how many are actually available. I've done some testing. Certain ones I like, certain ones I don't, so I've put my favorites in my book and on my website.